Good morning, my lovelies. We're going to check in with Poshcatch. Are you excited? I'm excited. Hi, Poshcatch. Okay, so let's get her on here now. I'm going to send a little invite. You just have to accept it. Good morning. Now, I hope you can hear me. Let me turn all my volumes up here.
Let me do that.
Okay.
Hi.
Yes. Hello. Welcome. Tailored Closet just joined us. Hello. Okay. Thank you for joining me, Catherine. I am so happy to see your face.
It's good to see you.
I have to say, you look beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's for OC Style Week, so I was like, might as well.
Oh, is it OC Style Week? I had no idea.
Yeah. So I'm at Nikki's house, actually. Her house is super cute. She let me borrow her little backdrop.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Well, yeah, I'm just in my kitchen. Nowhere special. And my husband's still sleeping, so the door's closed so that hopefully I don't wake him up. He's working late today. Let's jump right in. I am just so excited to have you. Okay, so let's start with what is your handle name? Everyone knows it's at Poshcatch, right? How did you come up with that?
Well, I mean, I used to have the name like Shop Catherine or something like that, and I go by the alias of Catch. I don't know why I have that, but I started it when I was on Tinder before I met my husband, and then so the Posh part is just from Poshmark, so Poshcatch.
Oh, because you're a catch. I got it from Tinder.
Yeah, well now I'm a cot.
And now you're Posh Cot.
Posh cot. Yep.
That's I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how long have you been on Poshmark?
About a year and a half now. I started January 2018.
Okay, January 2018. So it's actually only been it's been a year and a few months basically?
Yeah, a year and a few
right?
months. Yeah.
I'm not great with calendars.
I'm like making me do math here. I'm like, I'm not good with my years and months. But yeah, it's been.
I'm sorry. Hi, Nikki, darling. Oh, and let's just congratulate Nikki, darling, for a minute.
Yes.
She's going to be at Poshfest and, up above. I forget which one she's doing. Do you know which one she's doing?
Yes. So she's going to be doing key performance indicators. I believe that's what it's called. So.
Oh, so exciting.
Super advanced stuff. She's super knowledgeable. For those of you who don't know, she's like my real life PFF. I met her on Poshmark, and we decided to meet in real life because we live like really 3 blocks away from each other, and we've been pretty inseparable ever since. So I'm at her house now.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, that's right. 'Cause you're at her house. Maybe she will grace me and do a Q&A with me sometime. I'll have to ask her. You can convince her.
Yeah, I told her about it. I'm sure she would.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so a few people have kind of thrown us some questions from previously, and I do want to get into that. But before we do that, let's just kind of touch base on, are you part-time or are you full-time?
I'm part-time.
Okay, so you do part-time. And Nikki just said that she would do it. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Okay, yay. We'll have to set up a date. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can switch places. Okay, so you're part-time, and I'm going to go into, I had a question from at Poshmark Clutch Closet, and she kind of had a question that a lot of people have sent you over the polls, and they want to know, so you're part-time, but you have inventory. How many items do you have in your closet right now for sale?
I just yesterday. I think I'm up to 438 or 440 right now, active listings. Yeah, and I still have what you would call a death pile, several of them. So
we all do.
I've been trying to, get rid of that pile and have everything listed because that's money, guys. Yep.
My friends, if I could only show you, and maybe I will, I think one day it would be something some people would be interested in seeing. But okay, so since you have 400 something items, Poshmark Clutch Closet wants to know, and other people, how do you manage your inventory? Do you have a storage system? Do you use a spreadsheet? Can you kind of let us in on a little bit of how you run that part of your business?
Yes. So I'm very fortunate. I started off in like a 1-bedroom apartment, and we used to keep everything in the living room, and I couldn't keep that much inventory. But we moved, and so now I have a room, and I pretty much keep all of my bulky sweaters and dresses in a closet that is in the room. And then everything else either goes into bins. So that would be like, your shirts, your blouses, pants, things that are a little bit thinner. I can put those into plastic bags, into bins. And then I have a spreadsheet that kind of my husband manages for me. I call him my warehouse manager. Yeah. So we have a spreadsheet, and it helps us keep track of where all the items are. And it's been so helpful using the bin system. And then shoes for storage, shoes are really bulky. So I keep those in the USPS boxes already. So I just kind of I just fold down the top. So it's like really good, secure storage for the shoes where they won't get damaged. And it's very stackable. So outside the shoes, I just put a little sticky note saying what the brand is and what the shoe is. So
do you have like a wall of boxes, or it's in your closet, right?
It's in my
closet. A wall of just boxes?
It's like a wall. Every single open space that you have in the closet is shoes. And then I also have like a shoe rack for shoes that are to be photographed and listed. So it's a lot
So
of
you separate when the ones that are listed are in the boxes, the ones that are not listed are on the rack.
Yes. And it's just crazy. I mean, I'm glad I can hide it all behind that closet, but things are starting to. I have to try to Tetris them into places now. Yeah.
Because you're getting so much inventory. Okay.
Yeah. So,
well, that must feel so nice to have a dedicated space. One day that hopefully can happen.
I feel really grateful. I told you before, we were in a 1-bedroom, and only a corner of the living room was my posh space, and it was terrible. We couldn't have people over, but yeah.
Yeah, you understand. So you understand why I don't have you over.
Yeah, I totally get it. And even if I was over, I'd be like, "Oh, those shoes are cute. How much are they?"
So in regards to the inventory, you said that you use a spreadsheet. Now, is that on paper or is that in the computer?
On the computer. It's on Excel, and I'm not too good with using all the functions of it to manipulate it and stuff. So I have my own separate spreadsheet where I keep track of all my sales, and then I have a second tab in there where I keep track of all my purchases. So I put when I bought it, where I bought it, how much I got it for. And then it actually makes listing kind of easy. If you list from a desktop, you could just copy and paste your description straight into the Poshmark caption or the titles and stuff. Mm-hmm.
That was going to be my next question, is about about how do you use that information to list. Now, are you on only Poshmark, or are you on any other platforms?
So I also saw on Mercari. Mercari is a little bit slow. I mean, when my Poshmark sales are very slow, I try to just cross list because, it's refreshing my Poshmark so many times is not going to help me make sales. So I try to cross list onto Mercari, and occasionally I make sales, but not as much as Poshmark.
Okay, but have you been doing Mercari for a long time, or has it just been a few months?
I started Mercari probably two months after I started Poshmark.
Okay.
Just because, I wanted to try out a different app. And they do take a little bit less. Their fee, I think, is just 10%. So
yeah,
that
10%.
was very attractive. Yeah. So I do like Mercari for, shipping, because I can pay for shipping and stuff like that. So good.
Yeah, because sometimes you can use the USPS boxes, but sometimes you have to find your own box, right?
Yes, and I mean, my husband and I order a lot of stuff on Amazon, so we use those boxes, and I get Amazon boxes at work, and so does my husband, and we just like collect as many as we can get.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's amazing. And now you have the space to store the boxes.
All smash it aside.
Exactly. Okay, so there's a few more questions that were sent in, which is amazing. I'm so happy to be able to, when they can't join us. It's kind of, and on that note, anybody who is in the chat right now, oh yeah, we just got a question. You feel more than welcome to send a little question over here, and we will ask Catherine whatever it is that you ask. So STCLU wants to know, how do you spell that other app's name? The one that we were just talking about. Oh, you just did it. Oh,
I just did it. I did it real fast. It's Mercari, Mercari.
Yes. Mercari is great because of the 10%. That's the reason that I think both of us probably really love it. Yeah, you can kind of give a little bit better pricing sometimes. I'm very careful though, because on Posh sometimes people will say, "Hey, do you sell this on another site?" And so, how do you handle that?
Well, I usually just tell them, no, I don't do transactions off Poshmark. Just because I don't want to risk it, Like I like Poshmark. It's really easy to use, and that's where I make most of my sales, anyways. So I don't want to do anything to jeopardize it. But I agree. Have you been seeing a lot of spam recently, where people are like, "This is my email address. Please put the details."
Yes, I'm glad that you touched on that, because in none of the Q&As have we ever touched on that. There is a lot of spam out there. People will say, email me, here's my phone number. Okay, good, I didn't lose you. And they'll say, here's my phone number, please contact me. And so your advice for that is?
Oh, yeah, just either ignore it or report it, or just say, sorry, I'm only selling on Poshmark, or I don't do transactions off Poshmark. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Okay, so I hope I say this right, from Charita Ritas Closet, _closet. She wants to...
I love it. So
yeah, Charita's _ closet. She wants to say, she's like, this is unposh related, but she's so intrigued with environmental science. So probably, how did you go from having your full-time job of environmental science and, a year and something ago be like, I'm going to sell on Poshmark? How did that happen?
Well, I've always loved fashion, ever since I was a little girl. Always loved fashion. And when I was in college, I was introduced to, like Crossroads consignment shops. And so I would try to sell, my more trendier items to them. And honestly, I hated it. They were always like, this one's kind of not in season. This is really cute, but the quality, And so, like, I hated it because I felt like, oh, they're judging me, or like, I felt so horrible in like the shape of my clothes. And so I overheard one of my friends, or like a friend of a friend, was selling clothes on Poshmark. And so at that time, I was actually already selling on Facebook Marketplace, where like I would meet up with people, and it was, people were flaky. But anyways, so it was all kind of came in at a time where I was like trying to clear out my closet, but consignment stores weren't taking it, and so I wanted to try out Poshmark. And it's just so much fun. Like, I love photographing. I love styling outfits, and
you're good at it.
Oh, thank you. I like to make people feel, beautiful and confident, and see themselves the way that I see them, which is like beautiful. And yeah, so that's kind of how I got it.
Oh, that's awesome. And for everybody who's tuned in, just so you know, Poshcatch has made amazing IGTV videos. So go over, check out her IGTVs. Any single time you can see her styling. You can see her room if you're curious what it looks like. She's She's amazing, and she shows so much to the community. So go and check out her IGTVs. Now, Jerry Wirtz, she has a question. She was saying that she doesn't understand the handling process for bundling. Can you explain a little bit about that process and how it works?
Sure. Yes. Okay. So, it's kind of hard for me to show you, but when you open up your Poshmark app, and let's just say, do you mean like purchasing bundling or selling bundling? I'm gonna guess.
I think he probably means bundling to sell, yeah. Maybe.
Okay, so there are several methods. In my Poshmark closet, if you guys have a chance to check it out, I actually have a bundle sale going on, and it's two ways. So one type of bundle sale is like I actually have a sales section where I make like a little sticker on that item, and I just put 3 for $20 or 5 for $25. And then I'll keep everything that's in that bundle sale with a sticker on in one section. That way, if somebody wants to shop it, they'll know, okay, I can mix and match these items. And what I see a lot is they actually, instead of making me send them an offer, they'll already calculate it out for me like, oh, 5 for $20. Okay, let me just send you an offer for $20. And I find that to be very successful. Having that sticker makes it like, I don't know, I guess like more obvious to the buyer, like, oh, I can bundle here. Another method is,
okay.
Yeah, another method is you can actually set the bundle discount in your closet, which I also have. It's really up to you how much you want to give a discount for your bundles, but just factor in, if it ends up being over £5, that might come out of your pocket, which I learned the hard way twice.
Yes.
That's one way. And then I hate to like bombard you guys with information. I mean, there's also one other way too. So you know how we have make a deal days where you can send out offers to likers. Sometimes I don't want to go that low with that percentage. So what I'll do is you go to the person who liked your item's closet, and then at the top you'll see their face with a little like shopping bag. So you go to there, and then you switch to sell view, and then you can share that same item to their bundle, and you can offer a discount however you want. It doesn't have to be that automatic like 10% or 20% that you have to go with make a deal. So I've been trying that out. I recently tried it out, so I don't really have any data for you guys yet, but it's
I've actually done that a few times, shared the item, and I learned something. I learned that when you share the item and you click their little bundle feature to go into their bundle, I thought I would have to every single time put their name to then, share again to the bundle. But actually, if you just look down within the bundle, it shows all their likes. So you can just share to their bundle from their likes.
Exactly. Yes. And it's awesome because sometimes you go there and you're like, oh, they liked something else. And then you can add both of those items to the bundle and then just let them know like, hey, I noticed you like this other item. I can, I just sent you a private offer, or like I just sent you a special offer. Let me know if you have any questions. So it's
so that kind of leads me to, do you leave it permanently on where like if you get 3 items in a bundle, you get X percentage, or when you do deals in your closet, do you turn that feature off?
No, I keep that feature on. So what I do is, let's just say I have this shirt listed for $20, right? But I want to put in my bundle sale as, I don't know, 2 for $30, which would make it $15. I would keep it listed at $20, but then on that sticker it would say 2 for $30. So when they put it in a bundle, they don't feel like, oh, I'm already like, there really isn't much of a sale. Like, you're giving them this illusion that they're getting, that
illusion.
Yes. So
yes, which is exactly what stores do.
Yeah.
Which no difference at all. Okay, so that kind of moves me into at Scheller no, sorry, I said Shell. At Shell Resells, she says, do you have, maybe you can help me understand the question. She says, do you have Poshmark sales, and what strategies for sale do you use in your closet? Any discounts? So that kind of goes into what we were talking about. Is there any other strategies that you use besides bundling for Poshmark sales for your closet? Hi, Nanette.
I mean, really, I feel like the bundling works for more like stale items that I want to get rid of. I really like the make a deal or make an offer to likers function. I feel like that's actually how I make most of my sales. It might not be on the same day, but sometimes those people come back and they'll automatically, deduct the shipping fee that I was offering, and then make an offer and make that purchase. So I think that that's a really useful tool.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody's questions. Okay, good. Luna Arch just said she loves the motto that you said, dress good. Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was up above. Now, if you could go back to Poshcatch in the very beginning, is there any advice that you would tell yourself?
Oh, definitely become a Poshmark ambassador as fast as you can.
Is there a reason why?
Yeah. Well, I find that, when you become a Poshmark ambassador and you're a seller with different sizes in your closet, new Poshers who join will be automatically following you. And a lot of times these new Poshers have like discounted shipping, and then sometimes they have like $5 or $10 credit. And so being kind of like the first one to get your product out there in front of those eyes makes a lot of sales too. So whenever people ask me, what's the most important, or like, what do you recommend when I get started? It's like, become a Posh ambassador as fast as you can. So that's what I would tell myself.
That's such great advice to your previous self. Just get it done, basically. Basically, get it done. And, that's a really good point you bring up about the fact that new people hopefully signed up with a code, and they might have free money to spend. So really following those new Poshers and sharing them and giving the Posh love is great advice to make sure that you do that, especially in the beginning. And it helps you become Posh ambassador, hit the milestones that they have. Now, you said you have 400 something listings. I'm assuming you still go sourcing, because now that you have a dedicated Posh room, when you do source, do you have favorite sourcing places you go, and do you have a budget when you go sourcing?
Oh, okay. So I do have like one local place that I go to. Sometimes I feel like recently it hasn't been very good, so I haven't been picking up very much. I tried going to the bins with Nikki actually for the first time. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really find many, amazing items, but I did walk away with a few good deals. And then as far as budget goes, I usually don't. I mean, I just put on a credit card. It's kind of bad, actually. I should have a budget going in, because it'll make me, buy with more intention, and I don't really do that. So, yeah.
We all have things that we can work on. I have more than one thing that I can work on too. Okay, so you really have one honey hole. Would you recommend also letting family and friends know, or how has that been in your life? Like, you're an environmental scientist, you have Poshmark. How is your family and friends kind of, any opinions about that?
I think everyone's been very curious about it. I don't feel any kind of judgment or anything like that. I think because, most of my friends and even coworkers know me as like somebody who likes fashion. So it's just kind of one interesting layer that I get to add on there. Like, oh, by the way, I do this, and I think you know, it's always been a part of like my life, like thrifting and all of that. Because ever since I was a kid, I mean, my mom would take me to swap meets, and that's where I got all my clothes all the way throughout high school, was from swap meets. And so even when I tell my mom, sometimes my mom's shopping around swap meets and she's like, hey, here's a pair of shoes. What do you think? You want me to buy it? And then I tell her like, oh, Mom, no, the condition's not good. Like, it's not even worth flipping, you know? So my mom is really loving it.
Okay, that's great. Have they donated to you? Has anybody donated like items to you because they know that you resell?
My mom has. So my mom, when she goes to swap meet, she never leaves empty-handed. And so over the years, we've accumulated a lot of like clothing, furniture, stuff like that. And so slowly when she's cleaning up, she'll take things out for me to resell. And then some of my friends have donated stuff to me too, just stuff that they didn't want. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, do you mind if I resell it? Like, because that's what I do. And they usually are very happy about it. They're like, nah, I'm not going to wear it. You have fun with it. Yeah.
I love all that support. That's amazing. Now, you have all this wonderful inventory. You have a beautiful closet, I might say. I would like to know, and I'm sure others would, what kind of, do you have a lighting kit? Do you like flat lay versus do you model clothes versus do you put them on a mannequin? So can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, how do you get such beautiful pictures? What's your method for your business?
I have a lighting kit, and it changed my life. I mean, that's something that I would tell myself, when I first started, is get a lighting kit. Because, for me working a full-time job, like when I get home from work, there is no natural lighting to shoot with. So having a lighting kit I find that even when you take pictures, like it really picks up the details on the items very well, and the colors and all of that. So I use a lighting kit. We bought it on Amazon, and it wasn't really expensive. I think it was like, I want to say like under $40. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, and the brand is Rayleno. It's Raleno. And you can it's like the first one that pops up on Amazon. So I like it. It's really helpful. I used to love shooting in our area. Had really good natural lighting, and it had this kind of like brick wall feature, but it just made our living room look so cluttered. So my husband reorganized my entire Posh closet for me, or my Posh room, and then now I'm able to take photos. And I love doing flat lays, but I just don't have the time or the energy to do it all the time. So I try to do it for some of those pieces that, when people first see it, they're kind of like, how do I even style this? And so I really enjoy putting outfits together and just kind of inspiring people to, play with their outfits.
And there's that probably come to your closet because they know that you help style, and maybe they're not good at that. So I think that that's really a great thing, that if you want to get better at flat lays, try it out, right? There's no right or wrong.
Right.
Yeah. So we're at like 25 minutes, which is amazing, because usually at this point, I'm always just like, there's so many questions and I can keep going. But one thing I'm really curious about is in regards to, do you feel that social media has helped you sell a little bit more, or do you feel that no, just strictly sharing in the app? Because I've had people ask me before, like, do you sell a lot because you have an Instagram presence, or do you sell a lot because you're doing YouTube videos? What's your take on that?
I want to think that it's mostly the shares and the items that you keep in your closet. Recently, I did a really cool story takeover for one of my friends, Kate, and I showcased, I think, like 5 outfits that were like fall statement pieces, and I made sales from it. So, I mean, I would think that yeah, I mean, people don't tell me if they came from my Instagram or my YouTube, but I would imagine that, you know, it's a really good like social media, whether it's Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, use it to push your products because, you know, how many, I don't even know, millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people are selling on Poshmark, and how many people are sharing their items every second. You know, your stuff gets buried underneath all of that. So the more you can use your social media to build your brand and really like showcase your style and push your products, I think that can make sales for sure.
Yeah. Do you ever use the feature in Poshmark's app that you can like, because you know you can connect it to Facebook, you can connect it to Twitter, you can connect it to Pinterest. Do you ever use those features to share to those other platforms within that Poshmark app?
Yes, I always do. I have it linked to my Pinterest, my Twitter, and then I think I don't have like a Tumblr or anything like that. But I like I said, I wish I knew if like my buyers were coming from those other social media platforms, but I don't. But like I said, the more you can push your products out there, the greater the visibility, the more likely that item is going to be seen and possibly sold. So highly recommend.
And cha-ching!
Link all your products.
Yes.
Twitter, make one just for your
products. Yes.
Yes.
I just made a Twitter. I need to use it more. Another thing I can work on. Let me put that on my list.
Yes, and it's super easy. It's like I think it's easier than Instagram because you don't really have to like think about what you're posting. You just post. So.
That's very true because you don't. Yeah, it's just words or pictures, right? Just very quick.
Yeah, very, very quick. And I mean, people won't judge you if you do like 10 posts in one day. You know, versus Instagram, they might be like, all right, you need to calm down a little. But
I have felt that before. And then I was like, oh, wait, I could just add it to stories.
Yeah. I mean, I use my stories all the time. Like, I rather do stories than do Instagram posts because it's just easier.
Right. I agree. So are you going to be going to, some people want to know, are you going to be going to Poshfest?
Yes, I am. And I'm super excited. I just printed a bunch of business cards. I'm excited to figure out what I'm going to wear. So maybe I'll do something like what you can wear to Poshfest and some outfits.
Please do. I'm thinking of maybe showing one or two outfits, but I'm still lost on the shoes. So I don't know. Maybe I'll message you and get some help. Okay. Yes. So before we go, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure everybody is just so excited for all that information you gave. You gave amazing knowledge. I will be doing a playback that will be available on IGTV of this, so you can share it with your followers, and also be putting it on YouTube for whoever, and I'll send you the link. But you get to ask me one question, any question you'd like, whatever it is.
Okay. What do you love most about Poshmark? I know it's like such a generic question, but yeah, what do you love about Poshmark?
Oh my goodness. You know, there are, I could say probably at least 5 things that I love. But I'm going to go right now with community. I think that's what my answer is going to be. I think that I love the community of Poshmark. I have been able to make amazing friends like you and make amazing connections. And the community really makes you feel when you're down or low or not feeling that great. It can lift you up. All you have to do is reach out, and somebody will. I even had a PFF say, "Hey, do you want me to come over and help you list? Do you want me to come over and go through your things with you?" And of course,
I love that.
I love that. I love that you don't feel so like alone, and reselling can be very lonely.
It can.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and Poshmark community just makes you feel like you can actually be good at what you're doing. And even when you're not good, people are going to say, well, hey, this is how I do it. And it's okay to follow their lead. You know,
Exactly.
it's not like you're copying anything. They want you to do good and to get better.
Yes.
So that's what I love, and that's what I like to share all the time.
It's like the most supportive community I've ever seen. Seriously, and I love that.
Yes.
Before I get off, I just wanted to shout out you too, Monica. You know, I met you. I don't even remember. I feel like I see you at every single event. When's the first time I met you? Was it at Sip and?
I think at my very first Posh and Sip. So I think that was August 21st. It's our PFF anniversary. But yeah, so I think so. That was August, September, October. So it's almost been a year. Almost, not quite. Right? If it was last August.
That's crazy. I can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say, you know, Monica gives a lot of really helpful tips on her Instagram too. So I'm going to shout you out. And, you know, the first time that I met you, I felt like an instant connection with you. You're just so sweet and so positive and so generous with like your energy and spirit. And like, I don't know, I'm just really grateful that we connected. And I'm also going to shout your the pin mode.
Thank you.
Your little pins that you make. And I just really love the cause, you know, and I bought one, which is like, I forgot what it says, like, be a peach. Every day, very proudly, it goes right on my lanyard because, you know, I'm an environmental scientist and I work in agriculture as well. And I really love, you know, that these pins go towards teaching people how to grow their own food. I mean, that's like the most amazing thing in the world, learning how to grow your own food and take care of yourself. So if you guys have time, go check it out. The pins are so freaking cute and you can put them on anything, like put on your shirt, put on your work blanket.
Yeah.
And people will automatically be drawn to it and ask you like, oh, what is that? It's so cute. And you can tell them all about it. So,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm hoping to make some new designs because I really want to get more money raised for that cause. Honestly, it's I guess that's another thing I love about Posh is that it enables me to kind of not only get something from the community but give back to a community in need as well.
I love that.
So,
I love that. And so you guys need to follow her if you aren't following her already. Monica's my dear PFF, and I hope I get to see you in person soon, if not at Poshfest. And
we will definitely see each other at Poshfest for sure. Okay, I so much love, Catherine. Thank you. Tell Nikki, darling, I will be in contact with her. And everybody, you know, go and follow Poshcatch. Check her out on her YouTube. Check her out on her IGTV. You need some styling tips, go and check her out. Thank you so much. I will see everybody soon, and look out for the replay. Bye.
Have a great day.
You too. Have a beautiful day.